What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. Now today I thought I'd do a little review of one of my kind of daily rotation cigars, especially in these colder times when you've got maybe 20 to 30 minutes to just squeeze in, you know, a little moment of bliss for yourself, to pull yourself to one side or take yourself off on a little walk and just really let a cigar take you away into somewhere that you're just enjoying, and you could be anywhere else in the world. So today I've got a little review of the Romeo y Julieta Petit Royale. Now this is a 3 5/8 by 47 Corona Extra, I think the name is, the factory name there, and it's just a nice medium brown wrapper, quite well packed in. There's definitely a lot of tobacco in there. You know that you're going to get, this is probably pushing closer to the over 30 minutes in terms of smoking time. Some really interesting notes that come through on this one. This is one of the cigars that I've never actually smoked in the studio. I've only ever smoked them outside, so I'm going to see what having a different change of atmosphere and temperatures is going to do to the flavors that I know I usually get from this cigar. But let's stop talking, let's get it cut and lit. Let's move on to that first third. I hope you'll join me for the journey. See you soon. So I'm just creeping my way into the first third on this one, and to start off, I got this nice little indication of some peppery notes in there, but the overriding ones and the kind of the more prominent notes I'm getting are a nice dried fruit, almost like a fruit cake. So the dried fruit that you get in a fruit cake. And then there is the breadier note that sits in there as well, and that's more of a, with that pepperiness that comes through, there's a little bit more of a cutting note with that bread. It's almost like a nice sourdough loaf, a nice warm sourdough loaf with some nice salted butter. I mean, if you're asking, that's kind of my perfect breakfast. It's starting to open up ever so slightly. It's nice and creamy in there as well, some nice classic Romeo notes, but for the most part, I'm getting those dried fruits and that nice sourdough bread coming through, and just that nice little bit of pepper. That pepper sitting very much at the back of the finish, so kind of 30 to 45 seconds after the puff, after you've blown the smoke out, that pepperiness just kind of sits there on the back of your tongue and just cuts through it, all of the sweeter notes, and just keeps everything alive for you. It's just smoking really, really nicely. It's stacking up nice as well. A little bit of a wavy burn line, but I mean, that's going to catch up with itself pretty quickly. So I'm going to take this one down a little bit further, come back to you just before the bottom of the band, and this has been probably about 10 to 15 minutes so far, so still on target for a kind of half-hour maximum smoke, depending on how far you want to take this down. But great indications from the first half there. Definitely the room aroma, and I wanted to kind of get a gauge of that. That's why I've come up to the studio with this one today. The room aroma is very classically Cuban and very classically Romeo. I'm getting those nice sweet tobacco notes, some straw, some hay, and those barnyard notes in there as well. Really, really beautiful. Going to take this one down a little bit further, come back to you with a little update as I make my way through. I hope you'll join me soon. So I'm just about singeing the bottom of the band there, so well into the middle third of this one, just about bang on halfway, to be honest with you. Flavor wise, the fruity note is still in there. That kind of dried fruit cake note is in there still. The breadier note, that sourdough, has dropped away, and what's come to the forefront is more of a toasted hazelnuts. Nice rounded note that is. It's quite a comforting note, and it's quite a long note. You definitely feel like you're tasting that one for a lot longer than the kind of fruitier notes in there. Just about creeping in as well. That white pepper has dipped back ever so slightly, and there's a little bit of a sweetness, which is more of a honey sweetness, like a warm honey sweetness, which has come through. Really, really enjoyable. Draw's been impeccable on this one, especially for a Cuban. Nice stacks of ash. I did knock the ash off because I had to pop downstairs quickly, and I didn't want it to come pick it up and then drop it all over myself, so I did knock that off. But nice stacks of ash as I've worked my way down there. I'm going to get the band off this one now because, like I said, I'm just singeing just about on the bottom there. I'm not sure if you guys can pick that up on the camera, but I want to take this one down as far as I can go. I may go grab the perfect draw tool, or maybe even stick the end of this into my pipe just to get every last second out of this one. Smoking time, we're around about 25 minutes in, so it has slowed down in that middle third, but I did pop out of the room for about 5 minutes. So let's say about 20 minutes of smoking time so far, and bang on halfway, which puts us at about 40, 35 at a push, depending on how much you're going to smoke there. let's take this one down a little bit further, see what that final third has got for me. I've really enjoyed this one today, and like I said, I just wanted to see that difference of, usually this is kind of my walking the dog cigar, where I wanted to just take it up into the studio and just give it a different atmosphere to see how those flavors developed. The room note has maintained that nice classic Cuban, the straw and the hay, and just those quintessential Cuban notes that I've come to really love the room aroma from Cuban cigars, and I think that makes a big difference. Unfortunately, at the moment, our lounges are closed, so we're not able to give you that experience of smoking in the lounge. But if you've got the facility at home, or if you're able to, you know, if you've got a shed or a man cave or something like that, Cuban cigars definitely give that real classic note to the room, and I really enjoy it, and it lingers for a long time, which is great. It's like the perfect aftershave, in my opinion. So let's take this one down a little bit further and see what the final third has got. Thank you for watching so far. I do really appreciate it. I really appreciate you guys watching my reviews, and I really want to know in the comments what cigars you want me to try next. I mean, if you happen to throw a Bahique in there, or a Talisman, or anything like that, I'll have to speak to the boss, but we'll see what we can do for you. If not, I can bring you the best quality cigars at the best possible prices, as always, that are found at cigars.com. But I'll stop talking, take this one down and make some notes. So coming down towards the end of my time with this one today, those sort of dried fruity notes that were in there have really dropped away, and more earthy tones have come through. Nice peated moss in there as well, nice smoky notes in there. The toasted almonds, which was at the start, has drifted back in as well, and the vanilla-y note that was in there has kind of changed up, and it's been reintroduced with the breadier note to more of a nice sweet brioche. A really enjoyable stick here for about 35 minutes of time, to be honest with you. A beautiful cigar at an unbelievable price, and if you're looking for something to really just escape the world for half an hour, 45 minutes at a push, this could be the cigar for you. If that sounds like something you'd like to try for yourself today, head over to the website right now. It's cigars.com. That's cgars.com. If you've liked this video, as always, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my upcoming videos. And like I said, let me know in the comment section what cigar you'd like to see me smoke next. Until next time, take care of yourselves, everyone. Peace.